fifth day of our online faculty enrichment program, which is scheduled for 6 days. We had sessions on the institutional governance and best practices by Professor Dr.S.Sivasubramanian, research ethics of teachers in the digital era by Dr.Surendrasinh, publishing in Scopus Index Journal by Dr.Urvashi, Kaushal, and developing growth mindset in distressing times by Professor Dr.T. Dear participants, today we are going to listen to a talk on UV torch for COVID-19 by Professor Dr. R.G. Sonkavade. He was the former senior scientist of Research Center of UGC in Noorul. My friends, the topic which we are going to discuss today is the need of the hour, because there has been a topsy-turvy start to the third decade of this century. COVID-19 has brought with it many disruptions. Coronavirus has significantly changed the contours of professional life. These days, home is the new office. The internet is a new meeting room. For the time being, with colleagues, which is a history, the workplace is gradually getting digital now. So this webinar is into its fifth day. I said, everyone is shocked to know that India has recorded its highest single day cases. The country's tally has risen to 96,169 cases till today. Life in Tamil Nadu, particularly as migrants come in large numbers, the district administration has identified few institutions to accommodate the migrant workers. Mannar Tirumala Nayakar College. We all know well, from today onwards, we are entering the fourth phase of its nationwide lockdown, even as the total number of coronavirus cases continues to rise dramatically. Dear participants, the life at present is very hard and uncertain. In the midst, we have arranged a program on the burning issue COVID-19, which will certainly help you to overcome your fear and enlighten your mind and thoughts. Before we start the program, let me invite our respected secretary to felicitate the gatherings.
Hello.
Subbu?
Yes, sir.
Let us straight away go to the session.
Yes, sir. Now we'll
finally say something.
Yes, sir. We'll have a. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll have a formal welcome address from our beloved principal, sir, Dr. B. Manokran.
Yes. Ram Subhi, is it audible to
audible,
you?
Very audible, sir. Very audible, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. In this fifth day webinar, first of all, I would like to welcome our most respected secretary of our college. And I extend my warm welcome to today's resourceful resource person, Professor Dr. Sonkavade, nuclear scientist who is working in Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Really, I am very happy to welcome you, sir, because without any hesitation, you give your concern for your very good area. It's a need of the hour, because we are all suffered by this. The world is very pandemic, and we are all suffered by this. Most of the people suffer by this COVID-19 also. So you find out the right. That means COVID-19 related UV light disinfection. Yes, sir. So it's a right time. We have got a right resource person. And in addition to that, I would like to welcome the participants throughout the world and at national level, international and national level, and very particular about our own college faculty members. And I would like to welcome Dr. Ramasubaya, IQAC coordinator, and the team of IQAC members, and the admin, IQAC admin also. So before concluding my welcome address, I would like to take 1 minute regarding this COVID-19. You see, this COVID-19 is a virus, you know, it's not particularly 2019 strain causes COVID, which is highly infectious. So as on date, 96,405 persons were infected in India. Very particular about Maharashtra, there is a 33,000 persons were infected by COVID-19, followed by Gujarat 11,380, and third Tamil Nadu 11,222 as on date. So this coronavirus spreads mainly by 3 routes. One is direct contact to the person who are sneezing and hopping. Second, personal contact by touching the people. Third one is use the things it was touched by the positive person. Why I am highlighting these 3 points is because today's resource person going to talk about this UV torch COVID-19. I think for third one, this UV light disinfection helps to prevent the third one infection, I think so. Am I right, Professor?
Yes, in fact, I'll be covering that everything.
Yes. So really, I'm very happy, Professor. Right time we have a right topic. So we are also ready to enjoy our session. With these few words, I conclude my welcome address. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, I deem it a great honor and pleasure to introduce the today's resource person. Dr. R.T. Sonkavade was the former Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Professor, former Head and Department of Applied Physics of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. A former Senior Scientist in Nuclear Science, Center of University Grand Commission, New Delhi. He had the honor to be empaneled by the Research Committee for consideration to the post of Vice Chancellor of University of Mumbai. At present, he is a professor at Department of Physics, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has put in 22 years of rich experience in National Research Institute and universities. His area of specialization are material sciences, radiation protection in the accelerated environment, radiation physics, nuclear geophysics, and medical physics. To his credit, he has got a patent. He published 101 articles in many reputed refereed journals, published 78 research papers, 23 in conference proceedings, 59 in the book of abstracts, 15 technical reports, and delivered invited talks in various academic, international, and national conferences. He had a rare privilege to share a days with the former President of India, Honorable Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in a conference on accelerated and low-level radiation safety in 2009. He is a member on various statutory bodies of Institute of National Importance, Central Universities, Deemed Universities, State Universities, and Autonomous Colleges. He was also a member in National Education Policy, New Delhi. He has won many reputed awards and recognitions. He has been a PhD member coordinator in NAC. He accredited many universities, institutes, and colleges. Mannar Thirumal College was one among them. He presented papers and delivered lectures on various occasions in countries like Europe, Scotland, and Japan. He received 9 major projects worth about 1 crore rupees. Recently, he invented UV torch to disinfect COVID viruses, which is another milestone in his academic achievements. Sir, indeed, it is a great pleasure and honor to the institution to invite you to give a lecture on UV torch COVID-19 neutralization. And before you start your session, I would like to inform you that nearly participants are from 28 states across the globe, and two participants from overseas. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Subbu. First of all, let me thank you to the Honorable Secretary of this college. I know this college is a heart for me because Mannar Thiruvannalam Naikar College, I know since from maybe 15 years I have associated very actively with this college. The attachment with this college is just due to the academic fraternity members of this college as well as the management. Especially my thanks are due to the secretary, because I could see at this age also the way he puts efforts for development of this college. And we really required at present situation such kind of persons who are dedicated for the society, for the development of the rural areas as well as the students from rural background. I know the background of this college because when I have assessed this college in the capacity of NAC PRT member, many students were from this rural background, and I was really very happy to see such kind of development this college is doing day by day, especially thanks to the principal also and other team members. I know this present situation, what I have been decided, since if you see the title of your our talks organized particularly on internal quality assurance and all these things related to the aspects pertaining to quality issues, but with the considering need of an hour, I feel this needs to be addressed, because nowadays everyone is much concerned about the pandemic situation and how to counter it. In this entire 40 minutes, I'll be covering the experience, how we have invented this torch, then the wonderful support from the state government, then from the central government. Because any device when we'll come up, we have to take the concurrence from ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research, which is the body which authorizes to use these devices or not. So maybe at the end, I would like to share a few of the experiences how I had with the state government and particularly with the central government, and how this torch is so much useful. Because if you'll see, particularly to this COVID or Corona, we must get some awareness. Of course, we do get some useful awareness through social media as well. But deliberately, I am highlighting more little bit scientific knowledge about this COVID-19 and how we have come up with this research of ultraviolet C torch. Everything I'll be covering in detail. So maybe I will share my screen from here, and we'll start from the beginning how this is really useful and few glimpses of this. I'm sure my screen has been shared with all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just starting the slideshow. See, as the title says, UV torch for COVID-19. So little bit glimpses also I wanted to cover what exactly is this and how one has to take care about this part. And as it has been said, I'm sure everything is visible to all of you. Your screen, all these things are available to you, or?
Yes, sir, available, very much available, sir, no problem.
Okay, as it has been said by Dr. Tedros from WHO, we cannot say this loudly enough or clearly enough or often enough. All countries can still change the course of this pandemic. This is true. As of now, in present situation, still we are facing a lot of difficulties, and I do believe on this statement which has been given from the WHO. As the Honorable Principal Dr. Subbu also covered a few aspects about this pandemic, little bit concepts of COVID-19 from where it has started, in history and all these things. Still, I would like to cover in a more detail early history on this COVID-19, because that is also equally important, that we must know what exactly is the situation. In a couple of the subsequent slides, I'll be covering what is SARS-CoV-2 and SARS-CoV. Before originated in Wuhan, China on December 2019, there was no information about this virus, and we all are aware why we are facing lots of difficulties. This entire world may not have faced so much difficulties, but we should not go much political also. That is a political decision. It's premature to say whether to comment as of now. But yes, the entire world is speaking. China has hidden this information. If they could have declared this information, we entire world would have been saved a lot. Means at least the death cases which has been happened, which may not have happened at this extent, because some precautionary measures might have taken well in advance. So this is the history. And if we'll see this world map, particularly the risk cases, how it has been, which has been highlighted with various colors over here, green, a little bit light green, and faint. Now, as of now, this is the yesterday's data. Reported confirmed cases of COVID-19 around 48 lakh 1,875. This is the worldwide figures, and death is occurred around 3,16,671. Of course, we are not going much in detail. I have not brought this, though that is a different story. In which country who has suffered, and that statistics is also available with me, age group and all these things. But if we put it in case of 17th May 2020, how this condition is occurring now, United States had 15,27,664 confirmed cases, and around 90,978 are death cases. It is very interesting. The United States has shown their data on CDC website, is there from United States government, and very surprising to see. It's a really debate in the medical fraternity also. They can take up these challenges. With respect to race, they have analyzed the death cases, and they have found this the persons particularly black and Indian origin, they have suffered a less compared to white persons. Maybe the still USA is discussing on this aspect. One aspect they pointed out, perhaps BCG is one of the cause why Indians used to get the BCG vaccines immediately after birth. That may be one of the reasons, but still it is not yet concluded. In India, there is a debate going on whether BCG is one of the case. If that is the case, then India is also slowly increasing the rate of deaths and the cases which has been happened. As if you'll see, Russia now has come up with 2,81,000, and the death cases are 2,631. But really, as we all scientists and medical fraternity are concentrating on this United States data, which has been really highlighted wonderfully. They have segregated with respect to race, which is very interesting. If we'll speak about the Italy had a lot of damages. More or less, the reason was the oldest population is one of the concern. They said in are the old age about above 60 also. That is one of the concern. It has got the damages over there. Of India, around 95,698 cases are confirmed now, and the death rate as of now, still India is, we are in the percentage of 2 to 3% only in terms of the death rates. Of course, it is a really matter of concern to all of us, but at the same time, there are both the theories are evolving. Again, that I'm not going too much, which is the controversial aspect. I'm not talking. Better, I would like to avoid such aspects. Now, this is really this COVID has affected a lot on economical part as well all over the world. And if some of you might have seen the statements given by Raju Bajaj, MD Bajaj Motors, and up to certain extent, yes, one has to compromise on this also. But as of now, the presently government of India feels no priority is the health compared to economy. So perhaps one has to, even the government of India is also correct at this stage, because we are not much bothered about economy compared to the death cases over here. But yes, entirely all over the world, this is a matter of concern to all of us, the way it is hitting the economy. Really, this will be almost, this has taken 10, 20 years back to entire world about due to this pandemic situation. Now, this is almost, I have covered the prices of gas, oil has dropped, and that is one of the concern. Now, about COVID, see, this is the COVID has two types. What we can coronavirus, then this is again segregated between four genomes: beta coronavirus, alpha coronavirus, gamma coronavirus, delta coronavirus. But the more concerned is about this beta coronavirus, because that is the one of the major concern to entire world. And just now in the opening remark, the principal of the college has already pointed out, as such, this goes quite long back, the old history about this COVID. The oldest common ancestor of coronavirus has been dated as far as back by the 9th century of the BC. These are the couple of the data which I have given the source also from where I have taken it. At the bottom, if you see over here, there is a source from where I have taken, because there should not be objections on these data. That is one of the thing. Most of the slides I have given the source from where I have taken it. So this is very interesting to know. This goes very back, and how suddenly it has come up. Now, this COVID-19 comparison with this SARS and bad coronavirus, but as of now, the much concerned is the bad coronavirus, which has been come up on 7th January 2020. This is the much concern for all of us. In the electronic media, print media, we have seen this picture of morphology about COVID, how it looks. But basically, I would like to tell over here how the internal structure also appears. Why this is a concern for all of us, since while doing the research, we must know what exactly is happening and what is the situation so far. So that is the concern to all of us. Hence, I have pointed out most of the things which are very essential, particularly this morphology point of view. As this names comes due to the appearance of crown-like structure, which is a Latin word, and the virus particle size is approximately 120 nanometer. And here also we are giving a lot of caution on this mask people are using. Some of them are using their clothes and all these things too, but even the government is also trying to convince what kind of particle size or mesh size should be there, and how many layers the mask should cover. This is the one of the concept. And the virus is envelopes is club shaped in 9 glycoprotein spikes, which has been shown over here. The coronavirus genome is made up of a single strand of positive sense RNA. Now, this is the study where we are focusing RNA, because if you had seen on my top title, this is the UV torch for neutralization of COVID-19. So the concept was first to understand why and how this COVID-19 virus looks, its composition, its RNA, its DNA, its active or passive, its life, everything one has to understand to switch over to the physics point of view. So before we have come up with all our invention, we studied a lot how this structure will be there, what is RNA, passive or active, size and everything. Then we have started working on this. So that way I'll be coming up. See, this is very important for the research point of view, particularly the structure of this COVID-19. Then only we could able to speak or do some research on that. And right now also most of these researchers are working on this vaccines considering this structure or this biological sense. As we have seen again on WhatsApp media, even on our mobile, there is a ringtone which has been set by the central government. If these are the symptoms, try to consult your nearest doctors. But this doesn't mean these symptoms are corroborating with the COVID-19. Due to this change in season, we always get some coughness, some fever. But as of now, we'll find such kind of symptoms. Always better to do consult our the nearest doctors. So this is which has been stated by all of us, and the government of India is also putting a lot of advertisement through print media, electronic media, get the awareness about the people. And one of the aspect now, even the medical fraternity and we scientists are also faced and read a few of the articles. Most of these COVID patients are of asymptomatic. That means whatever symptoms we are mentioning, like dry cough, high fever, difficulty in breathing, tiredness. This sometimes in most of the 80% of the patient, which is just difficult. They don't have any symptoms. They are asymptomatic. So this is one of the major failure again for us, particularly at the government level, to counter this disease. Means without asymptomatic, we are not able to identify who is the carrier among us. This is one of the major drawbacks with this, because asymptomatic patients will be there. And as I said, most of these have been almost 80% has recovered from this disease without needing special treatment. Even such in India, there is not much data available, because still our entire machinery is busy in treatment and support. However, there is a feeling most of these patients might have got cured also. Even they might have suffered due to COVID-19, and which we may not have noticed. Automatically with nature, they could have developed the antibodies and they have come up with also. This is one perception. Scientifically, it is just, but based on some of the data which has been stated, yes, 80% have been recovered also. Now,